Hi guys, it's Baby Peach. We're back again with another episode of the Magical Diary Horse Hall. Hopefully I remember the voices I gave to most of them. And let's get started on next week. We're saving up for wings, I remember. We need over $100. Once again, we are all called to the gymnasium first thing Monday morning, only this time there are even more people here. Is this a meeting of the whole school? What for? I asked Virginia if she knew what this was about, but she just grinned and said she couldn't tell me. Someone steps up to the podium, but it's not a teacher. Good morning, everyone. My name is William Danson, and I am your incoming senior class president. But for next week, half of you will be calling me Sir William. Welcome to Freshman Initiation, a magical initiation ritual. Before we start, I am required to give you some safety information. Nothing that happens this week should cause you physical harm. If you are ordered to do something dangerous or that you know is wrong, please go to a teacher immediately. Now, all you freshmen, please line up one at a time, come up on stage, announce your name and where you come from, and receive one of these initiation handbooks. Okay. Students dutifully shuffle along, announcing themselves one by one. Some of them I've already met, some names are new. Suki Sato, Jamil Mir, Pastel Real, Luke, and Logan Cipher. And then it's my turn. After I state my name, William hands me a stapled together paper booklet. Inside are a bunch of rules and a list of all the members of the senior class, complete with black and white pictures and full names. According to this, we're required to memorize the names of all the seniors, and throughout the week we have to address them as sir or lady whatever. And there's more. We have to memorize a silly poem and recite it on command. We must never show our backs to a senior, and we must never be taller than a senior. We must always respond to requests with... Wait, William's at the podium again. Now, as well as serving and honoring the entire senior class, each one of you will become the property of one particular senior. Your senior is your master, your best friend, and your worst nightmare, your only protection from the rest of us. Stand and wait, and we will choose. He steps away from the podium, while we freshmen look at each other nervously. The seniors start to move around the room, poking and prodding and calling out orders. You're taller than me, freshmen! Get down on the ground! Don't run away from me, freshman. I see your back. Ellen and I end up kneeling back to back and watching as the sharks circle. You. I look up to see a strange boy standing over me. Very strange. Even Pastel, the girl with the fairy wings, looked almost human. According to the list of seniors, his name is Damian Ramsey. But what is he? Peachy. Hold on. Peachy Aika, I think you should be mine. Okay. Stand up. But then I might be taller. It's alright, you're with me. You don't have to worry about the rules if I'm with you, only what I say matters. Here, take my hand, I'll help you up. Take his hand. With Damon's help, I climb to my feet. Come on, I'll walk you to the door. You need to stay by me until you're out of sight of the other seniors. Then you can plan the rest of your week in peace. What happens for the rest of the week? More of the same, mostly. They'll boss you around when they see you and make you say embarrassing things. Then on Friday, everyone hugs and makes up. Don't let it distract you too much from your studies. You need to learn if you're going to keep up. I'd suggest studying blue magic this week. Is that an order, sir? Just a suggestion. When I give you an order, you'll know. I'm really liking him, guys. I think, it's probably a little too early to tell, but I think we may be going after him in this playthrough. I will turn up to give you some instructions later this week. I wouldn't be doing my job properly if I didn't give you at least a little bit of a hard time. He grins and brushes the back of his hand against my cheek. Good luck, Peachy. With a wave, he leaves me on my own. So what should I do this week? Well, I'll study blue magic. green magic. And I do need white. And then I will need a sleep on a day to get the stress level down. And then I'll do another blue magic, since he suggested it. Uh-oh, this is one of his classes. Mill all you like. It's your own time wasting. I can't remember his voice, guys, I'm sorry. I have no objections to failing the lot of you at the next exam. A flurry of rows of students scramble for their seats. Here you will be learning the subtle art of blue magic. At least some of you will. I thoroughly expect this subject to go over some of your heads. Blue is the color of change, that is altering what is already there, not creating, not destroying. It is commonly used in conjunction with other magical styles in order to perform alchemic transmutations and other alterations of essence. Blue magic can be used to change the effects of an existing spell, to cast or dispel illusions, or change locations without movement through intervening space. For a skilled blue magician, reality is fluid. All things can be changed, yet few minds are capable of grasping the true range of possibilities. We'll see what you're worth. Gain 1 blue and 1 stress. I'm walking back to my room when I hear someone yelling up ahead. Lower, freshman. Yes, Lady Angela. Ellen bends her knees, but the older girl follows suit. You're still too tall. Lower. Poor Ellen tries to make herself even smaller. If that senior notices me, she'll start yelling at me too. I can't make her stop, but I feel like I gotta do something. Hey, leave her alone. Is she yours? She's a horse and this is our hall. You go on now. Whatever. Sorry about that, kids. People ought to be safe in dorms and classes so they can get their schoolwork done. I know I'm not your senior, but if you really need help dealing with those others, just let me know. Thanks. The older girl nods and goes back to her room. I come out of hiding. Are you okay? What? I'm fine. Everything's fine. Really? I follow Ellen into our room. Hey guys, how's initiation so far? I'm not sure what the point is. It's a bonding experience. How else would you know that you'd grown up and become a real witch? By casting spells? Whatever. So, you guys get your seniors? I got Balasar Brundrick. He likes plants. He really likes plants. I think he's got moss growing on him. Your brother William? Oh, that's great. He'll be good to you. What about you, Peachy? Damian Ramsey? Oh no. What do you mean, oh no? He's evil. What? What's so bad about him? Look at him. He's a demon. Don't judge by appearances. He was really nice to us. I can't believe you would judge somebody by the color of their skin. It's not his fault he was born blue. Okay, that is so not the point. All you've said so far is that he looks bad. He's vicious. Has he actually done anything wrong, or is he just grumpy? If people were calling me evil all the time, I'd be grumpy too. Please don't yell. Whatever. You do what you want. Look, if there's a real problem with him, tell me about it. She shrugs. It's just rumors anyway. He's your senior now. I'm hurrying across the campus first thing in the morning when I spot Damien leaning against the wall. Well, hello there, Peachy. Hi, sorry, I can't talk right now. What's the matter? Vic Steve said I had to get him coffee right now. Well, he sort of growled it, really. Who do you belong to, me or Big Steve? Well, you, but... Then I think you have time to talk. Don't worry, I won't bite. It's just that I've been thinking about you. Guys, I want to scream. He's been thinking about this. I love him so much. I'm gonna scream. Jesus Christ. As your senior, I'm supposed to give you commands so that you can demonstrate your obedience. I have to make you do things that you wouldn't want to do. But I don't want to do anything that would hurt or upset you in front of people. Oh, well, thanks. So I thought of something else. Something you could do that no one else would have to know about. Our little secret. Guys. Like, I want you to write me a love letter. What? An extremely romantic love letter. I want you to proclaim your undying passion in words with hearts and flowers and seal with a kiss. See, you're embarrassed. That makes it a good challenge for your initiation and a good souvenir for me, too. I always wanted someone to write me a love letter. So you'll do it, right, freshman? I'll do it. Good girl. Hand it to me by midnight and your task is complete. And make sure it's juicy. You'd better hurry and get Steve's coffee now. Right. We're headed off on our separate ways. Ooh, guys. I like him. When I arrive in the classroom, I find Professor Pilstem standing by the chalkboard. Hello, little seedlings. Please take your seat. Today you're going to learn about green magic, the magic of life. This is a very important skill for any witch or wizard to have, especially when you get to be a certain age. Your body is a garden to be cared for. With proper tending, it could last you for centuries. Slowly, carefully, you must encourage your subjects to grow in the direction you prefer. Be patient and the roses and vines will lose their thorns and twine around you. One of the students makes a scoffing noise. If it can heal, it can kill. What happens if you force something to grow the wrong way quickly? Well, why would you want to do that? Because you don't like the life in front of you? Well, if that's your plan, I can look forward to working with you for a very long time. Life has its own flow. You can change it, but the harder you push, the more energy you'll need to cause a great change in an instant. It takes a mere immense power. So you'd better get started. Gain 2 green magic and 2 stress. I'm sitting at my desk staring at a blank piece of paper and tapping my pencil absently. Could you stop that? It's a slightly annoying sound. Sorry. I flatten my hands on the desk surface to try and keep from fidgeting inside. Are you doing homework? No, I'm trying to write a stupid love letter. A love letter? Not a real one. It's for initiation. I'm supposed to write a really romantic love letter. But I have no idea what to say. Oh. Maybe you should just quote Shakespeare's sonnets are romantic. I don't think that counts as writing. Sorry, I was never very good at creative writing. Oh, I have an idea. You don't have to copy a famous poem exactly, but they can still give you suggestions. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. So compare them to something unusual. His voice is like butter. I think of butter when I think of your voice because it's warm and soft and it goes all melty. Oh, we got cute points. Nice. That's sweet. Good start. If you were butter on a table with a bread basket, lots of people would want to take bits of you, but I want to keep all the butter for myself because it's delicious. Butter gets all over my fingers and makes them slippery, and when I lick them, I'm not sure how to finish that sentence. I think you said enough already. Are you sure? Well, I suppose you could finish it with, I'm thinking of you. Okay. I look at what I'm written and frown. I don't think I have a good love letter handwriting, though. I don't have any cutesy stationery. I do. I could copy it over if you want. Really? Thanks. I hand her my scribbled version, and she produces a small pad of pink paper decorated with flowers. It's supposed to be sealed with a kiss. Do you think you'll know if I don't? I don't know. There might be a spell for it. I guess I have to, then. Ellen copies my love letter, and I fold it up and carefully kiss the center of the folded paper. I do not want a paper cut on my lip. Now I can deliver this thing and forget about it. When I arrive at the classroom, I find Professor Poston standing at the chalkboard. Good morning, sun starshines. You'll need to sit down before we start, but take your time, relax, get comfortable. That's very important when working with this particular style of magic. Taking her at her word, I yawn and stretch before I settle into my seat. To some people, white is the absence of color, a blank canvas. In a non-magical world, white is a complete spectrum, all colors combined into one. In some ways, you could think of white magic as either of these things. White magic is a tool you use to assess the spiritual realm. Ghosts, dreams, creatures from other planes, the thoughts of those around you. With white magic, you can experience and communicate with things that are normally hidden. There is one thing I need to warn you about. Some people had tried to use white magic to control minds and spirits instead of asking for their aid. Don't do it. You will regret it. Now, shall we go on with the lesson? What sort of warning is that? Does she mean that it won't work, or that we'll be expelled or arrested, or our brains will melt, or what? Maybe she'll tell us more later. Gain 3 white magic and 3 stress. Sleeping reduces stress. Oh, okay. So sleeping gets rid of all the stress. I can fill up that stress bar a lot farther up. I hear someone outside. It sounds like someone's crying. Ellen? What's wrong? Was one of the seniors picking on you again? The love letter I helped you write, somebody gave it to Professor Gravnier. And then he did a spell to find out who wrote it, so he blamed me, and he wouldn't listen, and now I have detention, and I've never had detention in my life, and... What? How would that letter get to the professor? I gave it to... Damien. I reach out and give Ellen a quick hug. It'll be okay. I'm gonna find out what's going on. I stomp through the halls, driven by the fires and righteous fury. Even the seniors I pass on my way don't dare challenge me. Falcon Hall, home of the pretty boys. He must be around here somewhere. Damien! Is my favorite freshman looking for me? I jab my finger into his chest. You gave my love letter to Professor Gravnier. He read it out in front of everyone, and then he did a spell to see who wrote it, and now my roommate's got detention. Your roommate? She has better handwriting than me, so she rewrote it on a pink paper to make it look cute. She did me a favor, and now she's being punished for it. I hope you're happy. That wasn't supposed to happen. Oh, Peachy, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have been bragging. That's what started this. Wait, what? I was telling some of the guys how I'd made my freshmen write this letter for me. I was showing it off. They thought it was funny, the very idea of a girl writing a love letter to someone like me. When I was at class yesterday, someone broke into my room and stole the letter. Oh. I thought they were only going to use it to tease me. I never imagined they would try to use it against you, and I had no idea your roommate was involved. Well, I'm not going to let them have the last laugh. Come on, Peachy. First, I'm going to apologize to your roommate in person. Then I'll go to Professor Gravnier. If someone gets detention for this, it should be me. He grabs my hand and pulls me along the corridor, slightly roughly, but he looks a bit scary when he's mad. But I bet I did too. I know just how he feels. It's so unfair how mean people hurt innocents for no reason. When we reach Horse Hall, I detach myself from his grip. "Let me go and fetch her. I don't think she'd react well if you suddenly barged into our room." He sighs. "Of course. Not because you're a demon, just because she's upset right now." "You're right. I'm sorry. I'll wait." I enter the room. Ellen is sitting on her bed with an odd expression on her face. "Ellen, Damien's here to apologize. Some bully stole his love letter to pick on him. He said he'll go to the professor and explain." That's all right. He doesn't have to." "What?" "William already did. He came to check on me, and I told him the whole story. And he's the class president, you know. He said he could fix it." "Oh. He's very sweet." So will you come talk to Damien? He really feels really horrible about what happened. And I yelled at him too, so I feel kinda guilty." "Okay." She goes outside to talk to Damien. So her senior already rode to her rescue. Well, I guess that's good. The important thing is that it gets sorted out. Friday the 13th. That's funny. It's not until after I wake up on Friday morning that I realize something very important which should have occurred to me before now. "Virginia! Psst! Virginia, wake up!" "What?" "It's Friday the 13th. So, are there any special rituals we need to do or not do to protect us from the magical bad luck?" "Oh, no. Friday the 13th is good luck when you're a witch." "Oh. So it's a good omen that our initiation finishes today. Now let me finish sleeping." She pulls the covers over her head. Gain 2 blue magic and 2 stress. After the day's activities, we're all called together into the gym again, just freshmen at first, standing together in a confused herd and whispering about the crazy tasks we've done this week. Then we hear the sounds of heavy footsteps marching in union. "Bow down, look up, you're too tall, don't turn your back to me, lower, lower." After a few minutes, we're all lying flat on our backs on the floor, and that's when William takes the stage. "Welcome, freshmen. It's time for the final phase of initiation. Corina will be passing out the blindfolds. Please put them on." A long-haired girl from Snake Hall tiptoes around the room delicately, placing a strip of black fabric in our hands of each freshman. "Blindfolded? What are they planning to do with us?" "Well, everyone else is doing it." Okay, now I can't see and I have no idea what's going on. I hear people moving around, whispering. 1 or 2 giggles. I wait. Eventually I feel a hand touching my shoulder. "Sit up, carefully. Now on your feet." I stand up with unseen hands under my elbows steadying me. Then one of the hands pushes me. "Hey!" Round and round and round she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. I feel myself spin around and pass from hand to hand. "Stop!" They hold me swaying in place. "For your own safety, do exactly what I tell you. Walk forward slowly." That voice sounds familiar. Well, whatever, I'll play along. I follow the instructions of the voices and try to guess where I'm going. Through the buildings, out a door, across the grounds. Step up. Up. Careful now, don't hit your head. I feel a hand on top of my head guiding me into a van. "Sit down, I'll strap you in." I hear other people being guided into the remaining seats. So, okay, we're going for a drive, to the mall, to a cave, to a hotel, to a secret underground temple. At last we arrive and we carefully ushered out of the car. Surprise! Oh, it's Damien. What? Initiation is over, now it's time for the party. Groups of students lounge around by the lakeside, seniors and freshmen mingling freely. Long tables grown under watermelons, punch bowls, and chafing dishes. There's a soda and barbecue and games and presents from the seniors to their freshmen. You bought me a present? Actually, we were supposed to make them, but I've never been very good at that sort of thing. So, here. He hands me a small box. Inside I find butter, and you don't have to share it with anyone. I giggle. He smiles at me and seems so perfectly happy that I can't imagine anyone would ever think of him as an evil demon. Come on, let's go to the party. It's just getting started. Alright. Everybody's here. This would be a good chance to get my roommates to meet Damien, to see that he's not a bad guy. But if that backfired and they said something mean to him, it could spoil the party. What do I do? I don't know, because Damien and Ellen's already met, but I feel like Virginia might say something. So I guess just have fun. Did anyone bring games? Are we allowed in the water? It's too bad we didn't bring swimsuits. I'm not sure I can swim wearing robes. You could always take them off. What? Just kidding. Yes, we can swim here. There's a safety barrier set up to block off the deep parts. You probably should take off your cape, but robes are fine. They won't be too heavy? Only when you get out of the water, and then I can draw you off. Like William did for Virginia. If you'd rather play games, there are hoops and darts. Lawn darts? I thought those were illegal. What's a lawn dart? Things with metal tips that you throw and try to stick in the ground like javelins, I think? I'm not sure, I've never seen one, I just heard they're dangerous. What? Not weapons, these are for games. They're not real darts. They're sticks with feathers on the end. You throw them at the hoop while it rolls. Anyway, we can do whatever you like. The party's for you, you know. I mean, it's for the freshmen. So, should we get some food or find a game or get wet? What do you want? Well, let's swim, then. The water looks nice. If we eat first, we'd have to wait too long. Last one in kisses a hula. And so we spend the afternoon having a good time together. On Saturday morning, I wake up to find an envelope under the door again. Our allowances, and one extra. My parents finally wrote to me. I opened up the envelope, intending to skim through it quickly, but it turns out there's not much to skim through. They send their love and hope I'm having fun at boarding school, that's it. No mention of what they've been doing, no questions about any friends I made, not even questions about magic. How can they not ask about magic? Before I got here, I had no idea what was possible. There was only the brief moment of magic back when I was 13, before the officials came to turn off the power and give me the choice. For 3 years, I'd had to wait and wonder. And now I'm finally starting to discover this entire world of possibilities, and they don't even ask. Maybe they don't want to bother me in case I'm busy, or they figured I'll tell them what I want to tell them. I still haven't written. I'm so bad. I'll write them a letter tomorrow, really. But for today, I have to decide whether or not to go out. Well, I guess I'll study, because I don't have money to buy what I want to buy yet. Gain 1 smart and 2 stress. After breakfast, I sit down to figure out what to write my parents. I could tell them about my strange professors here, but I don't want them to sound like I'm complaining. There are lots of silly stories about things that happened during initiation, but I'm not sure you can really appreciate them if you weren't there. They might think it sounds like bullying. I usually should tell them about my bedroom and the food here, things like that, so that they don't worry about me. They'll want to know that I get enough sleep and I remember to brush my teeth. And my roommates, I should write about them. We've been so busy we don't know each other all that well yet, but they're both good people. Even if I'm a little bit annoyed at Virginia. Poor Ellen's had a hard time of it this week with initiation. I'm sure she's glad it's all over. As for magic, well, I've learned a few things, but I haven't really done proper magic yet. Just classroom exercises, so I'll wait a while before I tell them much about that. Mail doesn't go out on Sundays, so I fold up my letter and stick it in an envelope, but I don't seal it yet. I can get a stamp from the on-campus post office tomorrow. I think I'll go for a walk. I wander around the campus, wondering how long the leaves will stay green. This is a magical place, so I might be like this all year. I'd miss the fall colors, though. I wonder what witches and wizards do for Halloween. Dress up like normal people? As I'm thinking about my own personal Halloween decoration makes an appearance. Hi, Damien. He looks at me oddly. What are you up to? Want to do something together? Why? To be friendly? Because we're bored? Not that bored. Without a further word, he brushes past me and away. What just happened here? Yeah, why is he being an asshole all of a sudden? Damien, please, I love you. Virginia comes up behind me. I told you so. Told me what? That he's evil. I was just talking to my brother about him to get the scoop. He's a total womanizer. William says last year he left every sophomore in Butterfly Hall crying in the bathroom at some point. He gets girls' hopes up, then when they fall in love with him, he dumps them. I'm not dating him. The point is, he's a jerk. Forget you ever knew him. You'll be better off. There must be some misunderstanding. I know Virginia doesn't like Damien, but he was nice to me. Maybe he's just having a really bad day. If he doesn't want to talk to me right now, there's no point in chasing after him. Come on, let's go to the gym and play. Okay. Okay. And that's the end of week 2. And with that, we're gonna end this episode here today. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Hopefully Damien comes around. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you come back for the next episode. Have a good day, guys. Bye.